that taste?
Good morning. Today we are at the Queen Victoria Market. It's open most days of the week. I think it's closed Mondays and Wednesdays, so we thought we'd come here today on Thursday and wander around. It's supposed to be this huge market with lots of seafood, all kinds of food, different stalls of, I think, clothing and all kinds of things. So we're going to explore here for a little while and see what all is at the Queen Victoria Market.
So we walk through the food section of the Queen Victoria Market. There's all the divisions of meat and fish and vegetables and fruits. And then now across the street and behind the parking lot, there's also like handmade goods and then clothing and all kinds of different items like this. So this market is massive with tons of different offerings, more than just food, also all kinds of different fun goods too. So now we're gonna walk around here. So one thing that I'm definitely noticing is that they have all the different souvenir shops and everything all throughout the city, of course, but also at this Victoria Market, they have the exact same souvenirs, the exact same shirts and everything. So if you're after souvenirs and you're wanting to hunt down those things, you get the exact same things here at Victoria Market, but at a way discounted price. So definitely hold off on souvenirs at the souvenir shops and get it at the Victoria Market if you can, because you're gonna pay way less here.
This Queen Victoria Market is way bigger than we expected. It has like literally everything you could think of. We've seen electronics, phone accessories, clothes, leather goods, purses, signs, all kinds of souvenirs, and then there's like the whole food section too. There's, I mean, fruits and vegetables and olives and seafood and meats and like literally everything you could think of. So it's really cool. This is, I mean, I think we could spend hours and hours here just walking around, and we've barely even seen half of it. So really cool place, definitely recommend this.
Alright, so in this area there's also a whole bunch of different vendors serving all kinds of different food. We have like dim sum and Turkish and also pizzas and all kinds of different things. But we're going to sit out here and sit underneath the sheds here and eat our lunches. Aubrey and I both went and got some kebabs, just some different shaved meats and stuff inside of our pita breads. But just beautiful weather to be able to sit out here and enjoy a delicious meal at the Victoria Markets. So we end up not being able to pass up on some churros that they were also selling in a booth right across the way, so we got some of those to top off our meal. But now it's 2 o'clock, so the entire market is now closing, and so everybody is cleaning up their little stands. There's just some last minute shopping, some last minute food deals. So we're gonna run to the restroom and head out of the Victoria Market since it's all closing up anyways. And pretty much we saw as much as we can, but this place, like we've said, is just massive. So you could spend hours and hours here just looking at everything they're selling. Really neat stuff too, really, really good food and really good deals. Alright, so we actually went ahead and just came back to our Airbnb after walking around in that little area for a little while. Started getting a little bit hot. So we wanted to come back and have a little snack, and we have 2 Australian treats that we're going to give a shot today.
The first one is Vegemite. And so we have been told that it is a staple in all Australian households, that everyone grows up eating this. And it says right here that it is concentrated yeast extract. And I'm gonna open this up and show you. Get a whiff of that. There it is. Looks not very good.
Yeah, it's a very dark and shiny kind of
oily looking thing.
Yeah. And so we've actually already given this stuff a shot before. In our scuba class, they brought in Vegemite and some rolls for us to eat. And so we were told that that's not the true Australian way of eating it, which is actually on toast and butter with a very thin layer of Vegemite on top. So we have our butter toast already prepared. And so we're gonna throw some of this onto it and see if it makes it any better. The spoiler is, when we had this the first time, it was awful. So hopefully this is gonna make it better. Yeah. So I gave it a healthy dosage of butter to try to make it a little bit more flavorful and tasty. We'll see. You wanna go ahead and spread that on there for us?
Okay, so we did it too thick last time.
So very thin. Yeah. It smells like kind of like the a little bit of like the yeast from like the foam of like a beer, like a Guinness or kind of, but like a lot stronger. Oh, it smells bad.
I think that's
still probably too thick.
Too thick? Oh gosh. Okay, that's about as thin as I can get it. We'll see. Okay, ready to cut this in half?
Yeah. Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
It's still really bad. It's super, super salty.
Yeah. The butter definitely masks it a little more. But it's like, what is that taste? Ugh. I think it tastes kind of like really salty beef jerky that's been turned into some kind of a spread, but just super salty. But no, like
because that
worse.
sounds good. This is just awful. It tastes just like, I think, what somebody was cooking on a cast iron skillet and they left it setting for a few days and then they just scraped it off and put it in a jar.
Yeah.
It is so bad. It tastes, yeah, like I said, it's super, super salty, and it tastes like, I mean, or even, I would imagine, like if you're brewing beer and you have the yeast like sitting in the inside of like I don't know, the boiler or whatever you brew beer in, and just scrape that off, and like it is just super yeasty. It's awful. Yeah. So we bought this whole huge jar, and that's about as much as use is going to get out of it, is that little bitty scrape. So we'll leave this in the pantry just like a true Australian apartment for the next person who takes this to Airbnb.
The next thing we're going to try is a Tim Tam. It's an Australian cookie. Here it is. So it's 2 chocolate wafers that have fudge in the middle, and then it's coated with chocolate.
And so as you can tell with this packaging, it's actually already open because we have already been feasting on these Tim Tams. And it's not actually the Tim Tams that we're trying, but just we know of one way that you can try, or one way that you can enjoy a Tim Tam in Australia is by doing what they call a Tim Tam Slam. And so I've already done a Tim Tam Slam before because they just started selling these back in the US right before we left. And I've heard about this before, but Aubrey's first time doing a Tim Tam
never tried
here.
it, so I'm really excited.
Yes, and so a Tim Tam Slam actually, we'll get a cookie out here. They're these large, like rectangle cookies, and so you're going to bite one end of the Tim Tam and then the other end of the Tim Tam, and then you're going to dunk one of the corners that you bit off into your coffee, your hot coffee or your hot chocolate or some kind of hot drink that you're having, and then you're going to suck up through one corner, and then what it's going to do is going to go inside, and you're not going to actually get the drink through it because it's not actually as a straw, but it's going to soften the wafers on the inside, and so it becomes very soft, and it becomes like a giant fudge bar instead, and then you throw it back right before it gets too soft where it actually crumbles and falls into your coffee. So the timing is everything on the Tim Tam Slam. So I think the slam comes from when you slam it into your mouth, but don't go too hard.
Okay, I'm gonna watch you.
Okay, so first bite. A small, clean little corner. Not okay.
Okay.
That's probably too big, but that's okay.
It's good.
2 small little bites. Adjacent corners. Yep. So now we have it adjacent. Okay, dunk the first corner and sip.
Like that. Ah. Oh. That's good.
And did you get it right before it got soft? Like you could feel it kind of like flattening and getting kind of squishy in between your fingers.
So fudgy.
Oh, that is the one. Australians definitely got it right on the Tim Tam Slam, but they were way off base with the Vegemite.
Yeah.
That is something that they definitely should put in the back of their pantry to never retrieve again. And keep the Tim Tams on the front end of the shelf and a coffee brewing all the time. What do you think?
I love it. Let's do it again. Can we have another one?
Go for it. Yeah, you have to take Tam Slam. Alright, so small little...
Quiet on this set.
What did we say? You're doing huge corners. It's supposed to be small little bites.
Sorry.
Yeah, let it get really soft. Yeah. Not much slam there, but more of a place. I would call it a Tim Tam place into your mouth.
What was that?
Yep. And then you get to enjoy the coffee afterwards too. Alright, so that is our Australian taste test video. It's been a while since we've done any kind of taste testing videos, but these are two that we felt like we couldn't pass up because they were so iconic.
Yep. I think the Vegemite gets a 1 for me.
Oh, 0 out of 10 for me.
Oh, there's a 10 or 5.
Either one. It's a 0. It doesn't matter. Out of 5?
Yeah.
0. Okay, 0 out of 5.
1 out of 5 for me.
And then the Tim Tams is a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, whatever scale you want to use.
Oh yeah. 10 out of 5.
Yep. Alright, so thanks so much for watching this video. We really hope that you enjoyed seeing a little bit more of Melbourne and then also some Australian treats that you still got to try, even if the Vegemite scares you a little bit. You still got to try it while you're here.
And the Tim Tams, yeah, good anytime.
So thanks so much for watching. If you do like these videos, please like them and then also subscribe so that you can keep up with more of our travels. And we will see you again in our next video.